everyone, it's Julia. I went to a quick trip to my thrift store this week because I wanted to get some fabric to make a couple little things for my grandson for Easter. Now, he's 6 months old, and I wanted just to fill his Easter basket with some things that I made for him. And I'm basically looking for fabric. I didn't film it inside the thrift store, but I'll show you what I came up with. I want to make him a little pair of overalls. And for that, I was looking for a soft pair of jeans, just with a denim. Even a shirt would have worked, but I did find these they're just like a capri, but they have a lot of stretch and they're really soft. And I think that this will just be really comfortable. They're just a wonderful lightweight to them. And I want to put a carrot applique on it. I just think that's going to be fun and whimsical. So I was looking for a orange and a sage green, and I happened to find these were 99 cents a piece. They're just beautiful towels, or like a kitchen towel. They have some stains on them, so I'll have to work around that. But they also have these wonderful, just this wonderful whimsical chickens on them. So I will be cutting that out. I'll be using these as an applique for something else. I also like this binding on the top, so this would make a fun, I'm not sure what, but anyway, I have got that to work with on a later project. And then I found this pillowcase that has the sage green that I like for the top of the carrot. So that's my plan. I also have a pattern. I've not used either of these patterns before, and I will link the Etsy store that I got them. They're both two different Etsy stores, two different patterns, but I also have a bucket hat pattern, and I thought this would be so cute to make the bucket hat, the outer in the orange, and then the inner, the lining in the green, so that the brim of the green will show, would pop it up. I just think it'd be a really cute outfit. So that's my plan. I'm going to get started. I'm going to cut this out first, and I'm not going to show you all that. It's pretty straightforward. It does have a cute little pocket on it on one side, and then the other side is where I'm going to put that carrot. So I'll be back. I'm going to catch you up here. I did get them cut out, and for the pocket, I use part of the back pocket, so I still have the top edge of the pocket. And then I didn't quite have enough fabric, so I had to remove the back pocket and that kind of shows on this side. And this is the back. But I thought it might be fun to use some of this, and my idea is to put some of it on the back so that when it gets rolled up, that's going to show. And then I'm also going to use some of this, possibly just a little bit, to dress up the pocket. So that's kind of where I'm heading. And then I drew out a carrot, and I'm going to applique that. I'm going to trace this carrot onto Heat and Bond Light, and then iron it on the back of my orange and my green, cut it out and put that on here. And this was going to get stitched on. I'm going to be taking these to my serger, and what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to serge the bottom of these, because these are going to be placed right on the top of this, and I don't want any more bulk, so I'm not going to turn it under. I'm just going to serge it, and then it'll be flipped up. So I'm going to do that on all my little legs, and then also on this side I'm going to probably serge that as well, so it doesn't add any extra bulk, but then it is going to be finished off. And then all of this is serged. The underarm, the top, and all of that, once I get the garment together. I'm going to get to my serger and get those few things serged. I'm also going to attach this, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm still thinking on it. I am going to be adding some detail to this with free motion, maybe some, make it look more like a little carrot. And then also putting with the green, adding some detail in the leaf. I do have my little pocket sewn on, and I just serged around the edge, and then I didn't turn it under at all. I just top stitched it right through that serged. And now I'm going to free motion stitch this little applique on. I have my feed dogs dropped, I have my free motion foot on, and I have my stitch length set at 0. I'm going to just edge stitch this. I'll probably go around it twice. And then I want to get some of those lines in, like how a carrot has those vertical or horizontal lines. I'm going to try to attempt that. It is the next day, and I worked on it some last night. I finished the applique, and I finished the little bottoms. So those are just going to turn up, and they can turn them up even further if they need to. I sewed and then serged the sides and the underneath. Woke up thinking, I think it's just going to work better if I face the top of this, even though the instructions didn't have that. I just used the same pattern pieces. So I'm going to stitch the side seams on this with right sides together and then turn it and flip it. I'm going to see if it works for me. If not, I can take it out again. I just have a feeling it's going to be easier. I took a couple of the belt loops off, and I'm going to add those to each side of the front strap. And then what happens is the back strap comes down. There'll be buttonholes on that, and the buttons are going to be set about right here. And there's going to be several buttonholes on the straps, so the straps will be somewhat adjustable as well. So I'm going to get back to work and see if I can get this lining to work for me. Okay, I think it's working. I do like how the facing went on, and I turned it and pressed it. And now I'm going to be top stitching all of it. But before I did that, okay, the instructions had you make these tube straps. So I did that and turned the tube, and then I'm just inserting this over that back piece, and I'm going to stitch that into place when I do my top stitching. And then on this end, I'm just turning this under, and I'm going to stitch across that. So that's finished. And then this side I've already put through. I haven't finished this yet, but so the button is going to go, I have to figure that out yet, where I'm going to put the button, and then it's going to have several buttonholes going up the strap. I'll have some pictures at the end, and then it's going to be on to the little bucket hat that I want to make to kind of go with the outfit. Onto the little bucket hat. This looks like a really easy pattern. It has 14 sizes to it, so it goes from baby all the way up to adult size. And I'm using, this is like the 17-inch, which isn't the littlest, but it's just, I think it's 3 steps up. Hopefully he'll be able to wear it this spring and summer. Okay, easy pattern. There's only 3 little pieces. You've got the top, which you cut singly, 1 of each. You've got the crown, which you cut 2 on the fold, and then the brim, which you cut 2 on the fold. I did an interfacing on the outer. So I interfaced the outer, the crown, and the top, and then I put the fusible fleece on the brim because I do want that to stand up a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and construct this. It's really simple. The first step was to sew the side seams on the crown, press them open, and then stitch on both sides. And I did that on both the lining and the outer. And then you pin or clip. I use clips. It just was easier to use the clips. The hat or the top to the brim. And then you just match the side seams. There was marks on the pattern that you notched for so you can line that up easy. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, stitch this, and do the same to the lining, and that's the next step. So those are done. Now for the brim. Just going to be sewing right sides together on both of these, and then sewing the big side of the circle, and then doing some top stitching on this. The sewing part's done. Now I'm just pressing this, and then the next step on it is going to be top stitching 1/4 of an inch away all the way around this brim. So this is what the brim looks like. The next step is to attach this and this, right sides together, matching the side seam. How cute is this little thing? To finish this off, I'm just sticking the brim inside and then putting the lining part so that the right sides are together. And I'm going to stitch this all the way around, leaving about a 2 or 3 inch opening. I'm going to get this turned through that opening. And now one last little, I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to do that by hand. So cute. It needs one final press. Put some pictures at the end for you. Thank you so much for joining me.